What's up guys, Afran here with another Team Fortress 2 Man vs Machine tips. This time it's the Spy. So the loadout is the Kunai vs Kunai, the Dead Ringer, the Enforcer and the default Sapper. And my preferred upgrade order is upgrade the Sapper to full, then your armor penetration on your Kunai to full, attack speed to full, then movement speed to full, and then just buff resistances in case you get caught out. Movement speed's quite important because it can be quite difficult to catch up to some of the enemies, especially when you're needed at a very quick moment in time. Okay, so the reason I use the kunai instead of some of the other knives is because it saves you buying health on kill with this. And especially with the Dead Ringer, it's a pretty good combination. You may only have 50 health, 60 health to begin with, but combined with the Dead Ringer, as soon as you think you're going to take damage, pull the Dead Ringer out and your problem's solved. And this game, most of the time you'll have your overheal after you backstab someone. It's not difficult to keep that going up. Make sure you know where your ammo boxes are, which especially for the Dead Ringer is a very useful idea, because as you know, the Dead Ringer you can only use it when it's full, so you want to make sure that you keep it full as much as possible. Right there is my first tactic I want to talk about, which is if you see an enemy going around the corner, it's a good opportunity to get them so that you don't need to use your Dead Ringer. As that heavy was walking around the corner there, I started to backstab him and then just bailed around the corner when he started to turn around, which means I didn't need to bother using my Dead Ringer, which means I can back in for another enemy. I sapped that heavy there because this is one of the most important things and very helpful, especially on this last wave, that you can do as the Spy, and that is slowing the enemies down before they get to the rest of your team. These giants are really difficult to deal with, and usually, especially the engineer, he'll be on his back foot trying to upgrade stuff, buildings being destroyed constantly, so you want to slow the enemies down here. I'm trying to pick which one to slow down. I think I go for the soldier. I probably should have taken the heavy and slowed him down, but there we go. Beware of your surroundings. As you saw there, I was backstabbing that soldier, but paying no attention to the guys that were behind me, and I pretty much got myself killed there because of not paying attention. Now, a Spy can kill a giant, any of the giants, if you use a little bit of tactics. If you backstab the soldier, I think it takes maybe 5-6 backstabs to kill one of the giants. I think it's the soldier, it takes about that many, which is doable. You just have to be careful when you're doing it so they don't turn around and just kill you. Okay, so your primary targets as the Spy are absolute most important. Your entire point in you being on the map is to get medics, Uber medics specifically. If you're not sapping medics, you're pretty much pointless. So you want to make sure that you keep your sapper for the medics. Don't waste them on other enemies unless you know that there's not going to be any medics. When sapping medics and when sapping Uber medics, make sure or try and pick a time when the medic is furthest away from the giant. I'm pretty sure you'll see coming up that if I sap the medic and then the giant that's with him gets sapped as well, causing him to turn around and start looking at me, which is not what you're looking for. So try and make sure that you're as far away from the giant as possible to avoid him turning around. If you can avoid using the sapper, that helps as well. It means you can get more kills in. Right there, I could have sapped that one medic and probably not been able, or had to risk it to get those two. But I kept my sapper, which means I can slow targets down now instead of just using it on the medics. If you have a pyro with backburner on, if you sap a heavy or a giant, sorry, he will turn round to try and kill you, or look at your disguised body, which is a very good time for a pyro to start backburning him, because he will stay turned round for around about 5 seconds or something, which a backburn of pyro with full damage can half, maybe even 3/4 of a giant's health away. Your next target is snipers. Try and make sure that you get rid of snipers, as they're the most annoying enemies, probably the most annoying enemies in the game. And then finally group sapping hordes of enemies in the earlier waves. Well, that's all I've got time for. Thank you for watching, guys. Any suggestions or anything like that, please do not hesitate to comment down at the bottom, and like if you liked the video. Thank you very much for watching. Aphrodite out.